Hello Libra, and welcome to your June General Tarot card read. This is Dee here, along with my dear friend Miss Lucy.
Hello.
Well, we'd like to go ahead and get started on this as quick as possible. We've got quite a bit that we want to talk to you about. For those of you that are watching, please keep in mind that this is a general card read. It is not just specific for anybody.
Nope.
And as our subscription goes, it makes it kind of even more general, which is kind of a drag, because we do like to fight, but we've been kind of small up until recently. We're starting to grow. But anyway, that being said, we have 3 different reads for you. We have my read, we have Lucy's read, and then we have a combined read. And then we are usually called to pull an oracle card, and we have for you for the month. So instead of Lucy going first, I get to go first this time.
Yep.
So we're going to start that way. We also pulled 2 cards overall for you guys in the year spread for the month of June, and that's what we're going to start with. If you want, you can go back and refresh yourself with the year one. I think I put it in the Libra category, if you guys want to pull that up and look at it too. Okay, so your card for overall this month is the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords talks about restrictions that you may put upon yourself. It's almost like you're afraid to move. You've got all these things around you, and you just think you're overwhelmed. You've got blinders on in a way. So I would say that for this month, don't let things around you restrict you to where you're not able to move. You need to be aware of that, because this is a month of movement for you. Yeah. You've got some movement going on. So keep that in mind. Don't let that restrict you or get to where you're not
able to move ahead.
So the first card that I pulled for you is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the counterpart to the High Priestess. The High Priestess, both of them are secret keepers, and they are people that are, he's more on the religious end of it and more the institutional and the learning. But it's also with him, he's talking about be blessed, be still, step forward into the blessing you are about to receive. And I feel that for you guys this month, you need to be still and go ahead and allow these blessings to come to you, because they are going to be coming your way. For some of you, it may be of a religious nature. For some of you, you may need to seek guidance of somebody that might be a spiritual head for you. But don't be afraid to do that as you step into this month, because you've got some recognition with work and some other things too. So go ahead and let this person help you, if that's the person, or go ahead and seek help from your higher power too. The next card is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about feeling overburdened. It's the end of a cycle. It's also having determination to continue to push through the pain to come to new gain. And this is the end of a cycle for some of you. You're going to be pushing through with your creativity, and yet at times you may feel overwhelmed and burdened. And I think it's not just creativity, but it's your work aspect too. But remember, you're pushing through, and it's going to be coming to a new beginning. This is a phase for you, and you're going to be ending this and pulling forward to the new. And in doing so, with that, I received the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is about recognition for work and accomplishments that you've done. It's almost like the trumpets are going and the banners are flying, and everybody's like, yay, you've done a great job. So I feel that for some of you, even though you're feeling overwhelmed, but you're pushing through it, and people are going to recognize the work that you have been doing to the point of where there's going to be public recognition for it for you too. It's about victory and success. Oops. Then, oops. That's okay. For the month, I also received the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is about your emotions. It's talking about where you have these emotions at your feet, but you're going to turn and walk away from them. And for some of you, it's you turning away from what you know and your emotions and searching out for a missing connection that you may have in your life. It's about going ahead. And for some of you, it might be an unknown journey. It might even be kind of a dark journey. But it's all these things that maybe you used to hold on to are no longer servicing you, and you're turning and walking away from them. And this might be in a relationship. In fact, I think for somebody, it is a relationship that you're going to be turning and walking away from. And the funny thing is I don't feel that it's just a love relationship. I think it might even be a work relationship, especially with the cards above it. Talking about, the determination and creativity process. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to walk away from what does no longer serve you, but don't totally divorce yourself from your emotions. Then the last card that I received is Strength. Now, Strength is about harnessing the inner beast. It's about courage. It's about taking the gentle side. It's about balance, which I know you Libras are really much into, is that balance of the gentle side along with that fierce wild side. And I think for you, in order to end the month, you need to keep that in check as much as possible. Don't let their inner beast rule you to where you are just all fire and biting and going after stuff. Pull back, walk with that, use it when you need it. Know the difference when you need to be able to be all that bitey and getting into stuff, or when you need to be gentle and kind of let things, you know, go over your head or whatever, or just kind of
diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy, exactly. That's perfect. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the month for me. Again, there's some of you that are going to feel overwhelmed with your thought process. You're going to feel like there's really not a way out. You don't be afraid to seek help from somebody that's in a position of authority for you, either it be a religious aspect. For your work, there's going to be, or you're feeling overburdened, but keep pushing through because you're going to be recognized for what you're doing. There's some of you that need to kind of divorce yourself from your emotions and walk away from what no longer services you. For somebody, for somebody that's in a relationship, you're going to have to walk away from it because it's not servicing you. It's not taking you where you thought you were going to go. And your emotions are kind of out of whack with that. So you need to walk away from it. But for others, I really feel that this might be your work situation. You might need to walk away from something that you might have been attached to emotionally at your work, but it's time for you to move past it and keep going. And then keeping in mind that you've got that inner strength, that you've got it there ready for you. Harness your inner beast. Know when each side needs to come out and when they need to walk in balance.
Use it appropriately.
Yeah.
Use your inner strength as the situation calls for.
Right. Okay, so for Lucy, for the month.
My pulling card was Temperance. Now, Temperance is about capability. It's about harmony and balance. It's about moderation in life, in all areas of your life, in all things in your life. It's about action or inaction, being appropriate to the situation. It's not going to extremes. That is the caution of this card. Watch out for extreme behavior on your part. It won't be called for. Okay? Next card is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands, as you see here, is a crossroads. So you have a decision to make here. Which road are you going to take? Which path is going to lead to your ultimate success, ultimate achievement, ultimate happiness, or to your happiness in general. That's not an easy choice to make. As you can see, the paths are very, very similar. So what you do here is you just sit down and you think about it, and you use your intuition and your logic and everything that is in you to make your choice. You use your gut instincts to go with what feels the most appropriate for you here. Okay, and then we have the Chariot. Now the Chariot is a card of victory. It's a card of achievement, progression. It's all about movement and moving forward. That's what the Chariot is. To do this or to accomplish it, the message here is one of willpower, your willpower and your control, because you ultimately control the Chariot there, to achieve your goals. And to realize that you are capable of more than you think you are, okay? And then we have the Ten of Cups. Now, this has been called the card of domestic bliss, as you can see here. Why? They're sitting in front of the house, cups everywhere. It's because they're good to each other. They treat each other well. They treat each other with tender concern. So the caution of this card is to have a happy home life, or to even actually to get along in your work situation. You treat the people around you with respect, with tenderness, with concern. Don't get lazy, okay? Don't forget that they're important to you. Don't let life get in the way, because sometimes it does, and we all know that. Okay, the Four of Cups. He's let life get in the way. He's let his fantasies overtake what is really in front of him. So don't do that, okay? Don't set aside something that is important to you because of an ideal, a fantasy that will never come. Your life, the way it is what you need to deal with. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well, this has been called the card of fate. Yeah, everybody's dealt with fate before. What is needed here is to center yourself, to secure yourself, to know yourself, and to know what matters to you. So that, again, you're not at the whim of fate. You're not at its mercy, so to say. So life always has ups and downs. And whether an event is good or bad is all in how you perceive it. So again, balance, perceive it in a balanced fashion. That way you don't go to extremes in your behavior. Change is coming. It comes to everyone. Own your own mistakes. Don't blame circumstances for the mistakes that you have made. Okay?
So we've got a lot of twos. I see a lot of twos, especially with the 2 cups and Temperance of Sands, the 2 of the Wands, the 2 horses of the Chariot. I just see a lot of twos for them, and I see it's all about choices. It's going to be like one or the other, but
Life
each of them will
is.
be good either way. I really think this is a really good read,
It is.
even though there's some call against apathy.
There's some caution. Yeah, call against apathy and call against extreme behavior, but the choices are yours to make. Okay? As with all of life, the choices are yours to make. The responsibility for those choices are yours. They're not fate's. They're yours. We can only mitigate circumstances so much. And then the choices that we make, they're what available to us.
Okay, so when we did this originally, we laid it out with my read below hers, and we actually found that that's not how it was supposed to go this time because of the way that the cards need to be for this particular read that's coming up. So, for the overall for the month, we have the 8 of Swords and Temperance. Now, 8 of Swords, of course, is, again, feeling overwhelmed, letting the things in your mind get to where you feel trapped. And Temperance is taking those emotions and releasing them to where, and balancing them so that you keep
Mixing
clear.
them. Keep mixing them. Keep balancing them. Keep thinking. Don't let the fear of the situation stop you from using your mind. Keep thinking. You will come up with a solution.
Yes, I agree. So don't let that rule you this month. Just keep it in mind and keep thinking. This was kind of interesting with the Hierophant and the 2 of Wands. It's almost like for some of you, there's like a choice between your religions or choice between a way that you'll go in your religious beliefs that you believe in.
Or a choice that is helped by your contact with an organization.
Yeah.
By seeking advice. It will make your choice clearer for you.
Yeah. And
all the things that you need to do.
I get that it's not just of an emotional nature. I get more that it's more of a work and more of a career path. And for some of you, you might even be looking at becoming into a religious institution for a part of your furthering your career path. So
that could be.
Keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it. And this was interesting too. Okay, so you have the overwhelmed feeling of the 10 of Wands, and but really there's going to be even though you're feeling like this maybe in your work, you're going to have a push all of a sudden. All of a sudden you're going to get a burst of energy. You're going to feel in a way that you're not in control, but you are in control. Just keep that in mind. Push through this because there's going to be good gain come out of it. Use that energy to propel you forward to get into what you want, because this is something you've been planning for a while. And it's starting to come. And that's very evident in the next set. So all these things and all that things that you've been pushing for is going to come. You're going to be recognized for it. And it's going to, for some of you, I even feel it's of an emotional nature for your household. It's going to benefit and give abundance to your household too. So all this hard work that you've been doing, good job, Libra. You've been really working it hard, and you're going to be promoted and looked at because of this. So keep that in mind and keep doing the hard work, even though you're pressing through. And at times it's overwhelming. Now the 8 of Cups is walking away from what no longer services you, but the 4 of Cups is about being apathetical.
Not seeing what's in front of you, what is right in front of you. Not being realistic, not dealing with real life. Okay?
I see that for some of you, you divorce yourself from your emotions so much so that you even become apathetical for your emotions. And this is calling you not to do that. There are times where you're not supposed to walk away from your emotions because that apathy makes you feel like you need to. When you have all of what you need at your feet, and it's almost like I see somebody walking away from a relationship when they really shouldn't. You this is an emotional, you need to buckle through and
hold on to your healthy ideas.
yeah, hold on to it and try to make things work. Don't walk away just because it's getting messy. Or you're feeling too emotional about things. Don't do that. And don't be apathetical either.
Yeah,
because
in the sky stuff.
It's not gonna work from you if you just walk away from this right now. I truly believe that. I feel that apathy that you think and you're divorcing yourself from your emotions so much is not going to benefit you in the long run. I can't say any more about that. Then at the end of the month, we got 2 major arcana. One is about the inner strength and balancing the beast along with the gentle side, and the other is about your luck changing, the wheel of fortune, and how things turn. And
yep.
I think that at the end of the month, it's going to come in with a bang with the lion. And you need to keep that in mind as things change around you. Don't let the lion get a hold of you. Balance yourself out and look forward to. But it's a good thing. There's some good things coming your way, Libra. We really believe that. And I keep getting work and career and creativity type stuff. But keep that in mind as you're going through the month don't let the lion get a hold of you with that. So that being said, we have your oracle card, and this one is called Spark, and I'm going to have Lucy read it to you, but it kind of talks to what I was saying.
There's a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn to a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity.
Mm-hmm. So this is a month that speaks of creativity. It speaks of not letting your thought process bind you up to where you can't move forward, to keeping yourself in check as much as possible, to seeing that all the hard work that you've done is going to be recognized and moving forward and keeping it in check. And don't divorce yourself from your emotions to the point where you're just totally cutting the people out of your life that mean the most to you or that have the potential to mean the most for you. You have an opportunity to begin again, and you need to do that. So, all right. Thank you for spending the time with us today. If you like it, go ahead and hit like. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. You know, in the wonderful world of YouTube, I truly believe that if you found us, there's usually a reason for it. Because there's so many people that do a lot of what we do out there.
They do, and they are.
Yes, but we're excited to have you with us, and we hope that you found a place to call home and that we can help you with things that you're going through in your life. So in the meantime, walk in peace, light, and love, and we will see you next month.
Goodbye.